Good morning, good morning. Today we're going to be taking a look at XRP, and then we're going to jump into the Sigma coin. So, all right, we've got our continuation of price action to the downside with our red dot that printed us back here at $1.75. So we've just been waiting for this to play out. The green dot ultimately was moved up with stop losses, and most people got out around $2.12ish, $2.10ish, and we've just been waiting and watching to see what we have going on here. So I thought it'd be important to take a look at the indicators that we use and just kind of get a feel for what, of these two universes we could be looking for. So right now, let's use this as a reference point. So when we actually moved back up again right here on this 3-day, and we were able to catch this last move, note a couple things about this time period. So number one, we have, let's zoom in on some of these, with the this indicator, when that actually happened and printed, it was completely oversold. So we had an oversold condition on this indicator with it being pushed past this green line. So we have yet to get that to happen here on this current one. Doesn't mean it won't, just means doesn't mean it has to, but ultimately what's been found is that this is an oversold condition in a rally back the other direction, and this ultimately can revisit these levels and or front run if we see price action going down while this is going less down, right? So that could be a divergence. So we have that one telling us, but we have, as of right now, nothing that tells us that's the way. Green, obviously, we clicked over green, we're not green. And then this guy right here down at the bottom, same timestamp, you can see that we had a movement coming to the upside, and now then a complete smackdown on this price action that occurred shortly thereafter on the 7th. But then as you can see right now, we're still just kind of way down here, and we're pushing back into the low extremes on this and have yet to turn red or anything that preceded it, but it's definitely not anywhere near as strong as this price action moving into this. So it's just kind of floating here. So we'll have to keep watching, but I think we have probably at least another week or two before we ultimately get an answer of whether or not this is now ready to start going. So, all right, so that's kind of what we have on the overall indicator itself. And then with that, we have the Sigma coin still working its way through this correction. Our daily RSI is still overdone, both on the Stotch and the regular RSI. I believe our 3-day has finally gotten down there too, just about. So we're probably about another couple days left before this ultimately bottoms fully on the RSIs, and then that too should allow us to start working to the upside. So been a long stretch here, but I wanted to show you this. This is the one that kind of caught me the most here, so let's make this big. All right, so here's the volume down here on the coin itself, right? So lots of volume into the run-up, and it breaks down. We have some spikes of volume, and then it just gets lower and lower. But this is kind of indicative of an ending behavior. So we have volume spikes pretty high, and then we have a little bit of volume coming in and a little bit more sell volume coming in. But for the most part, this is extremely low volume for these lows. And this is pretty, you can even see over here and over here that this volume has gotten super crushed. So that ultimately, to me, means that we are nearing the end, just because one of the hallmarks of a wave 2 completion is the volume falls off super, super low. So we're just waiting for this now to get some buyers attracted. And if you decide that you would like to be part of the community and get 160 million Sigma, you too can have access to the indicators in the Discord, private Discord. So, all right, guys, that'd be fun to have you. And otherwise, we're just waiting for volume to return to hopefully the positive side for Sigma. And then with that, we're going to see the same type of thing for XRP, whether or not it's going to be pulling down and then breaking out, or if we're going to be seeing a more aggressive breakout, like a spring that we have here in this schematic. So note that the spring can come down pretty far, and we have yet to really sweep that level. So eyeballing stuff here in this lower $1 region, so before we break out of here. So, all right, guys, we'll check in tomorrow, and thanks so much for watching.